Boom. All right. I'm starting this off in the house because I wanted to show you, well, not really show you, I wanted to go through this little idea, brain blast I had for some pre-workout. I usually do, or I've been doing like just energy drinks. I've been really enjoying them. I like the carbonation, the burps after. I don't know, the flavor is just really good. But we didn't get any energy drinks this week at Costco, our big bundle. We got these like Celsius packs. So I'm gonna try mixing a bubbly, which is just like seltzer water or whatever, with one of these Celsius powders, if I can get it open. Yeah, I just felt really smart with this idea. So felt very smart. There's rice still on this. Felt very smart with this idea. Oh my God. So I'll let you know how it turns out. I mean, I just probably drank half of the powder. I'm just bougie. I like the carbonation. I like a little cold drink, Gives me a little relaxing beverage before I hit the gym. So, and I have the time. I have today off. But that's another thing. I'm gonna try to bring my camera with me throughout the week, bring it to work, and then so I can film post-tense, post-work, and get some more content out. I want to do, I think, twice a week videos, because I'm getting better at it. It's getting easier. So I think putting out like Tuesday, Saturday, or something like that might be my new schedule. Wednesday, Saturday. So we'll see. I think that's the goal. Right now, I've been putting out at least one video a week, pretty consistently. So you got to start out somewhere and then build from that. So, all right. Well, I just want to show you that. Oh, and it's all right. It's not as much carbonation. I still would like just a can. But it's not bad. It's a good substitute. It's just not as much flavor. But it's not bad to scratch my itch. All right. Bang! On the way to the gym. It's been a while since I've done a video. I think a week and a half. I was expecting to put out 2 videos, yada yada. I'm trying to change up my split right now, just the days that I'm training. So hopefully I can get some, fresher content. I don't know. I just feel like I've done the same splits, recorded the same splits. But yeah, like I said, I want to try to put, just get more out. I feel like I'm more confident in doing it. The only thing is like if I go after work, it's kind of the rush hour, and then I feel like I don't want to impede on anyone's business. But I have certain days off every month, so this might line up better with training days and yada yada, logistics of things, beans, bullets, band-aids. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what happened these last weeks. I've really started to, I'd say we officially kicked off the pre-contest preparation. I'm down to 230 right now. And I'm 230 with being pretty, whoa, sorry. 230 with being pretty minimal on, you know, we'll say effort, feels pretty good. You know, this start is gonna really, I feel like I'm gonna explode a little more, gonna add a little more nutrients into my body, and I feel like I'm at a good starting point. I'm lean, getting leaner now with some aid, but yeah, I think we're shooting for junior nationals, or earliest would be junior USAs. Junior USAs might be too soon, but junior nationals is like 18 weeks out. But yeah, being at 230, I feel pretty good. I feel like I'm pretty lean for being 230. Like, dude, I was 230, 240 last time I did this, and I didn't even look like a bodybuilder. Like, I just looked like a fucking fat lard. No offense to, I don't know who I'm offending, but I did not look good. Sorry, I'm trying to see if the audio, yeah, okay, you guys can hear me. I did not look good. And here I'm 230, and it's like, dude, I see people going on stage and local shows who are less lean than me. Like, so, yeah, feels good, feels confident. For being 230, I feel like, you know, 20 more pounds of good straight fat, like, I'll be, I don't know, I predict. I never get it right though, but it'd be really cool to push the weight cap. 217 is pretty big for a weight cap, pretty heavy for a weight cap, and being at 230 already, I don't predict they'll be pushing the weight cap. It'd be really cool, you know, 10 more pounds of fat, that's a lot of weight of fat, so we'll see. I always cut myself a little short, so yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, once again, I'm in the routine. I'm trying to put out more just content in general, because I feel like, you know, this is the prime time for anyone who lifts or competes to put out content, because you get lean and then you're like, wow, you're so aesthetic, and then you know, alpha male stuff, that kind of thing. So I'm really putting the metal to the metal. I don't know how the phrase goes. You know, I always feel so cringe, especially with Instagram stuff. Like, I put on Instagram and I feel so cringe because it's like, I've gotten better at, you know, recording myself here because I had to break through this barrier of just, you know, there's a camera here. I feel like I have to say something, but now I'm getting better at just talking, just being me, just being Jordan. But with Instagram, it's always like, do I follow these trends? Do I try these trends out? But I see these trends and it's like, dude, like, some of this shit is so, like, it's so not boring, but it's like so overused. Like the classic bodybuilding terms, the post interviews. Oh yeah, we really brought a good product this year to the stage. This is the greatest package we've brought. And it's just like, oh my God, talk about something else. Like, it's so repeated. And then the trends of like, whoa, I'm sorry, this thing's been slowly moving. I didn't realize. And the classic trends of, you know, height, weight, age, you know, putting that like in your bio or in the video. And I started to make fun of it because I feel like, you know, it's life's too short to take too seriously, you know. Even when you take this thing as bodybuilding so seriously, I think you can take a step back. But like, I put out a post the other day and I was like 5'12". I always say I'm 5'12" because I'm like 5'11" and like 3/4. So I said, like, I'm 5'12", I'm 14 years old, 2 weeks out from my first show. And, you know, like, that's why I feel like when I do like real edits or like black and white, and like, hey, I might be proud of these photos or this video I put out, but like in the back of my head, I'm like, ooh, is this cringe? Like, is this kind of cringe that I'm doing this because I'm like trying or I'm caring too much? So I told myself, like, hey, we're going to put out more content and we're not going to care what other people think. You're just going to do what you like to do. If you don't want to follow a trend, don't follow a trend. If you want to put out little videos. But yeah, and then now I'm trying to splice up these videos and put them in there because I feel like I had some silly moments because I'm just like a silly guy, you know? But yeah, those were my 2 cents and my plan for these next I don't know, 3 months. 3-4 months. But yeah, bodybuilding is such a funny thing. You go ups and downs of liking yourself and not liking yourself. And I feel like, you know, I wake up in the morning and I'm super flat. I just feel like I don't look good. And then I get to the gym, get a sweet pump. And I'm like, holy shit, I'm on top of the world. I'm him, I'm the man. It's this weird world we live in. But I have been putting out little rants because, God, I miss the moments of, I used to train during the middle of the day and then come back to work in the Marine Corps because it was right down the street. And I used to come back because you just see some dumb shit. You see some dumb shit in every gym. But the Marine Corps, you know, we're all crayon eaters and rock eaters and window lickers, so you see some really dumb shit there. But man, I remember I used to come back and we just used to, I mean, I was hot, I was hyped up on caffeine and I was angry and I was rushing to get back to work and we were disgruntled. So man, we just used to shit talk for the rest of the afternoon on like what I saw in the gym. And so I'll probably add, I mean, I've been less food, I've been a little more on edge. I can feel it. I can feel my fuse is getting a little shorter. And I try to control it, but as we're making changes and stuff, and you know, when you're in the gym, emotions are high. I've been adding a lot of rants post gym, so hopefully I can share that here, but I've also just been putting them on my Instagram story. But really, if you are listening to this, one quick spiel, actually a few, gym etiquette, just gym straight etiquette. Re-rack your weights. Oh, there's another thing too. You know, this gym itself, I'm not going to name it, but it doesn't enforce like wiping down equipment. I don't expect any gym to enforce really anything, but I notice it from the bigger dudes and the you know, the bodybuilders, the dudes who are doing this a little more seriously, are not wiping down their stuff. And I know it's like, you know, some people are like, I don't wipe down my stuff. But it's like, dude, if you're soaking wet or whatever, like, I think it's just good etiquette to do it. If you forget every once in a while, whatever. And I will admit, I fell into the trap. I fell into the persuadedness of just the laziness. It is laziness of not wiping down my equipment. And, you know, I told myself like a few weeks ago, like, people probably look up to me in this gym, in a gym. You know, I feel like I'm a role model and I have to set the role. So I've started to do that. Now wiping down equipment after I use it, because you gotta set the standard. You know, no matter what level you're at, in what community you are, I think you really have someone's looking up to you somewhere. Younger brothers, younger kids, older people, younger people, someone's looking at you for something. And I don't know, I think we all really just hold ourselves to a higher standard in every aspect. And bodybuilders, like, you know, you have this crazy discipline, yet you can't do these simple things of like, you know, we're lazy in like certain other aspects. Maybe it's because we take all the laziness or the lack of laziness and put it into bodybuilding. Who knows? But yeah, gym etiquette, I don't know. But set the standard. Set the bar high for yourself. That's what I'm trying to get at. And that's a big thing. That's why I don't like to film late at night, because rush hour, and I don't want to be in anyone's way or be a nuisance. This gym isn't like a megaplex gym. It's kind of small. But this is the middle of a Monday. So everyone here I expect to be is other off people, school kids, or unemployed entrepreneurs. All right, let's do it. I got push day, in case you're wondering. All right. And for those of you that are wondering, that caffeine thing I made, or Celsius thing I made, definitely kind of, I don't know, it worked. I'm happy. More espresso, less depresso. I feel good. I think I do enjoy the can a little more. I don't know. I think it lasts a little longer. Definitely was bouncing off the walls right after I drank that thing, and kind of want to take a nap right now, so maybe that's just me being a little too tolerant to caffeine, but who knows. But goddamn, I love caffeine. It makes me so happy. All right, some of you might be wondering, why do I start with pec deck? Well, pre-fatiguing is a thing that involves pre-fatiguing the muscle. And I don't know if I'd consider this a pre-fatigue. It is relatively to the dumbbell press that I'll do after this. But I mean, this is also still a working set. I do like to do these first because I feel like it does save me the weight on dumbbell press and the clunkiness, and it's, helps me open it up. I can put all my effort in this, really hit this hard, safely, and then I can go hit a dumbbell press, and I can really feel it in the chest instead of the delts. So, a little bit of bro science. I think it's helped save me from doing really heavy dumbbells too. Not that I can do really heavy dumbbells, but save me the weight. I do a little less weight because I'm a little more fatigued, but I still get the most out of it. My biceps are sore. I truly believe, at least for me, I could be sleepy and tired and aching, but after that first really hard working set, it really just sets the workout. I get this feeling of energy, of explosiveness, and it just turns on a switch that you just can't replicate, and you just gotta hold on to that feeling. This is all, I don't know other people have this, but it's definitely a phenomenon that I enjoy. And maybe it's because I just put my, 1 hour of focus into this thing. I don't sit on my phone, I don't know, I can go scroll on Instagram, and it's like, dude, 1 hour of your time. 1 hour of your time out of your 16-hour day to just focus up and improving yourself. That's all it takes. Hour and a half tops of some prime effort. I promise you, it's not that bad. I imagine people who are in the military and poverty and all this stuff, perspective. Because I've been there, man, and this is nothing compared to bullshit we used to do. So it's like, dude, if you want to be better, just hour and a half of you're spending time into this thing. Oh, limbo. See, I'm definitely proof that the pre-fatigue works because I'm feeling all the press in my chest and not my delts and triceps, which is the goal because I got a small chesticles, you know, and small testicles. They go hand in hand, literally. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my god. One more. Oh, that feels good. That was an extra rep. That feels good. That's improvement. You know, I find it, I'm listening to live music right now. I like listening to live concerts when I'm at the gym. I'm listening to Movements, and favorite band, by the way. I've seen them like live like 4 or 5 times, and they do a lot of international shows, and they always like are so appreciative of people like overseas who go see the concerts. And every time I hear them give praise to, like, you know, they're in Glasgow, wherever that is, or in the Philippines, and they're giving thanks. And it's like, I can't believe people so far away from home listen to us. And man, I checked my YouTube statistics, and even though it's only like 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5 views, and it could be a VPN, but it's like they're popping up in India and Germany, and it's like, you know how cool that is? Like, people all over the world can watch my stupid self and enjoy it or learn something or laugh at me or laugh with me. Not only is it a cool thing of how far humanity's come in technology, but it's just a cool thing in general. Feels good. This is gotta be the most anabolically looking exercise when you're sleeveless. Like the most bro exercise, because you get like all the veins popping, and when your delt veins are pumped and your delts are pumped, it just looks sick. I was talking about fucking being inconsiderate in this gym. Whenever I go to my bag to go take a piss, not piss in my bag, but went over my bag and someone dumped like fucking cocaine or creatine or chalk all over the bench and my bag. Like, not a lot, but still, like, fucking clean up your shit, dude. I don't get it. Really peeves me off. Really grinds my gears, pushes my buttons. tickles my prostate. No. Fuck. Here's a little logbook methodology I have for you. I really log pretty strictly my first 3 or 4 exercises depending on what day it is. Like today I had pec deck, incline chest press, flat press. You know, those are big meat and potato movements for your chest. And you know, your triceps and delts are gonna be engaged and worked in there too. Like if you were a normal person and you only did those 3 exercises during your workout, that would be good enough, to be honest. Maybe some lateral raises, but really, like, you don't need a lot to stimulate your entire pushing mechanism. So after that, when it comes to like my lateral raises, my shoulder press, and these rear delts, you know, shoulder press can be argued that it's a big movement as well, but my delts are already been worked. So I don't log those as hard, if that makes sense. I still log them, but really for simplicity, so I can go and come in and I know what weight I hit last time and can just put the pin in instead of trying to warm up and waste energy and all that, and find the weight. So like, because like, it's like every other week, my shoulder press will go up in numbers, it'll go down, you know, and then like lateral raises, I may feel really good, but maybe my forearm's hurting, so maybe less. Rear delts, like same thing, like just a good, as long as I'm like still going to failure. Like I feel like these small ones you can always geek out a little more, so I don't like to really try to beat the logbook as much, because then it starts to lead to like an ego lifting, form breaking and stuff. Just a little loose change advice. And saying all that in the same breath, I don't think you should still see progression in these smaller isolation lifts. Like if you're doing this thing right and growing, you're gonna see progression. I just would put the majority of the focus and priority into the bigger movements and not like break your back or pull out hair for not progressing in these movements. I mean, obviously if you're not progressing for a long time, then check your variables, but just focus on the macro, not the micro. Okay, I totally forgot to do abs, so don't worry, I'll do it after I show you the goods. And I'm also gonna do cardio today, post-workout, because didn't do it this morning. I know, shame. Not that any of you care, but I did order another tripod, a good one. It's for hunting, for binoculars, but I'll be able to use it with the camera too. I don't know, if you can see this thing's like cheap Amazon one. If you can see. Lighting kind of sucks in this quote-unquote posing room. I don't know why I'm gonna put a mirror up behind here. I'm just a big complainer today. You see that? Watch this. Like, stretch out, I like way better. Look at this pose. How do I do it? Boom. Yeah, watch this. I think that's right. It's weird going in the front. When they say most classic pose, I'm gonna pull this one out. For those of you who haven't known, I don't know, but I'm probably gonna do a, whenever you qualify, I'm gonna do open as well, just for fun. Because it'd be fun to hit some of these poses, like this one. I'm really bad at them, but whatever. It's only 2 extra poses, 3 extra poses. Man, if only younger Jordan could see me now. You don't get to see the legs. You don't get to see the legs today. Too bad, so sad. Damn, man. I'm looking kind of sick. I don't know how to do the crab. I did not see that. Okay. Abs and cardio done. I'm freaking out of here, dude. I'm going home. But, you know, I know I complained about this gym a lot, but it is so freaking cool that, you know, I'm walking through the gym and it's like every other person. I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, how's it going? Like, we're fist bumping. Like, that kind of community I honestly never thought I'd find here. And even if, like, I'm not super close with these people or friends with these people, it's still so cool to have this camaraderie, to have this community. And I will not ever take that for granted. Or at least I pray I don't. I hope I don't. I pray I don't. Because that is so cool to have all these really cool people you know, even if they're not competitors, but they're, you know, striving to be a better version of themselves, or just coming to the gym. Like, it is so freaking cool to, like, it's like almost every person in the gym, I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, how's it going? They're like, dude, like, oh, and we quick chat, like, you know, how's school going? How's work? Like, it's just cool. You know, I never thought I'd care that much about it, because I don't feel like I'm a social person. I feel like I could stay home all day and not care for weeks on end. But to have that, like, I don't look forward to that, but like when I'm leaving now and I see it, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for it. So despite the little gripes and complaints that I have here and there about the gym, that camaraderie is super cool. And I honestly never thought I'd find it here. I honestly came to Utah, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna find any. You know, I came from California. That was like the best community I've ever had. Went to Minnesota, and the community slowly started building, and I switched gyms, and you know, that was some sort of community. I found some people there. And I come here, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep my head down. I feel like the bodybuilding scene out in Utah is not that big compared to where I've been, and I've been proven wrong. It's pretty sweet, you know. And the amount of people that are supporting me in different ways, like people supporting me with making YouTube and content, people supporting me in bodybuilding, dude, it's just really cool. It's really cool. And yeah, but here's another complaint to end it off with a shit sandwich. I don't know what is up with these like lava flow stair climbers. Dude, they start off so slow, and I bump it up just barely. It goes up by like 0.1s for some reason instead of whole numbers, and I bump it up to like 3.5, and we're going slow. I'm cruising, you know, like it's a step a second, maybe slower than that. And I don't know if it's my weight or it's the fucking machine, but it speeds up. I get at like 15 minutes and I'm fucking flying. I'm going so fast. And I'm not getting, like, it's not me. Like, I'm not getting gassed. I am literally like speeding up. And I put that thing, I go down. I click the minus button, boop, 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 boop. And I go down to 1. And this thing it doesn't change. It goes faster. I don't know if it's a time thing, if it's a pre-programmed thing to go fast. Like, it's astonishing. And that's why I never use this thing, because it kicks my ass for no reason. Like, if it just stayed at that same speed, I would be fine. I'd be fine. I'd be like, good sweat, good cardio, heart rate up. No, at the end, I'm like, because I'm trying to catch this thing, and I'm like feeling my heart. So lava flow, check yourself. Figure your shit out. When I change a setting, I want the setting to be changed. Don't try to blindfold me, piss on me, and tell me it's raining. Maybe there's a weight limit. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get home, edit this shebang, and hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, like, people that are all over the world that are watching, like, that is also so freaking cool. And I really hope one day I can impact all sorts of people, give them my perspective. That's all we can hope for. But I hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you laughed. Hope you laughed at me, with me. Hope you laughed at me or with me. And yeah, thanks for making it this far. If you are still watching, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. All right, I'll see you in the next one.